Yeah, guys. What we discussed in the previous class, we discussed about the few basic commands. Basic Linux commands, right? So, the basic Linux commands, something like I discussed about this. So, to know which OS is installed on our machine, what is the command, guys? Cat /etc red hat hyphen release. So, this is only for Red Hat ANC family. Red Hat ANC family. Yeah. So if you want to see other flavors of the Linux, cat/etc OS hyphen release. This will work on every Linux flavor. This will work on every Linux OS. Okay. And we discussed about the uname hyphen R. So to see the kernel version, and uname hyphen A is nothing but a all. It will list the all. And we discussed about the who am I and who. So init 0 is nothing but a shutdown the OS. Init 6 is nothing but a to restart the OS, right? And we discussed about the user prompt also. User prompt. What is that, guys? User prompt. Hassan, do you know what is user prompt? Something like the user prompt is a root at the rate the host name, twilt, again brace, then hash. So this is nothing but a the user prompt, right? Whenever we log into the system, the user prompt is something like exit. Yeah, so this is the user prompt. Root
Okay.
Red Hat. So what this is? This is a user prompt. So this is a
Okay.
user prompt.
So we use that command if anytime we have to go back to user prompt.
Yes, yes, yes. So if you want
Okay.
to, yeah. So if you want to exit from something like I have created a hurry user. So now I am in
Hmm.
the switch to hurry user. Yeah, it not created.
Hmm.
User add hurry. Yes, you hurry. Yes, you mean switch user hurry. Now I'm in the
Hmm.
higher. I logged in as a root user. I switch to the hurry account, right? I want to
Hmm.
exit from hurry user to hurry user. So you can use exit command. Okay. You
Okay.
want to exit from the current user. You can use.
Okay.
Okay. So what this is, this is a user prompt. This is the
Okay.
user a prompt. Which user is logged in? Root user is logged into this mission.
Hmm.
Root user
So
is,
logged in, yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
And now we can go for the new user which we you created, S2. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So you see, it's a user prompt. This is the user prompt. A root user is logged in as a root user and the host name 12 to hash. So something like we already discussed yesterday, Hassan. For you purpose, I'm discussing right now. Okay. So
Oh,
one is
okay.
a login name. This is the who logged in as a root user login is as root user is logged in as a the server. The second one is mission name or host name or server name. And the third one is the a twilt is nothing but the symbol name called it as a twilt. It is nothing but a present working directory. So where you are, it displays the where you are. Hash is nothing but a privileged mode. So user profile, something like so if you are logged in as a root user, right? This is the hash profile. Hash can do anything. Root user can execute any command. For example, hurry at the rate localhost filter dollar. So this is a normal user's user prompt. This is the root user's user prompt, and this is the normal user's user prompt. Who am I? Who logged in? Who logged in? Who means how many users are connected, how many users are connected, and yeah.
Got it.
So ls cd, I will tell you guys, no worries. cd/etc. Yeah. So you
Okay.
see, right, Hassan, something like guys,
Hmm.
so did you find is this a file, or how do you find if this is a file or directory in the Linux environment?
Yep.
So
Hmm.
are you able to
Through
figure it
ls.
out?
Through ls,
ls.
right? Yep.
Yeah,
ls
ls.
it.
So ls is nothing but a list, guys. List of files and directories. It will shows the list of ls command is nothing but a list of files and directories. List of files and
Fine.
directories it
Correct.
will show. So, but we cannot figure out if it is a file or if it is a directory or if it is a link file. So how do you know? So by using ll command or ls-lrt command. What is the commands, guys? Ll command or
Right.
ll is nothing but a long list. What is the command, guys? Ll is nothing but a long list. It will
Yes.
display the long list. Long list means it will display the file is a if it is a file or a directory and the permissions and the owner of the file, group of the file, when it will be created, and this is a file or directory. Okay. So how do you
So
figure out? Yeah. Yep, Hassan.
no, you go ahead.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah, the starting letter hyphen is nothing but a file. What is that? The starting letter hyphen is nothing but a file. The starting letter D is nothing but a directory. The starting letter L is nothing but a link file. The starting
Link file.
letter L is nothing but a link file. How do you figure out if it is a file or a directory or a link file? So you
Got
can
it.
figure out. So you can figure out, so you see, so types of files and symbols. So hyphen D is nothing but a normal file, hyphen D is nothing but a directory, L is nothing but a link file, B is nothing but a block file, C is nothing but a character file. The first letter, the first character is hyphen is nothing but a file. The first character D is nothing but a directory. The first character L is nothing but a link file. Guys, now you understood, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah. So to see the kernel version, So what is a kernel? I already discussed, Saran. You can watch that recording. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the kernel, right? The kernel is the interface between the shell and hardware. Shell and hardware. So there is a version is installed on the kernel. The kernel version. How do you know which kernel version is installed? Uname hyphen or so something like the kernel version for the CentOS 9 is 5.14.0474. So EL is nothing but a enterprise Linux. What is that, guys? EL is nothing but a enterprise Linux. 9 is nothing but a the version of the OS, and x86 64 is nothing but it's a 64-bit OS. It's a 64-bit OS. Uname hyphen A, it will display the entire things. It's a Linux mission, something like it installed on the VBox. This is the Linux version, and so when it released July 2, and what is the version 64-bit or 34-bit, it's a GNU or Linux. It will shows the entire display, entire it will display the entire info. It will display the entire info. Got it right, guys? Yeah, you already know, right, guys? File system hierarchy. Guys, please watch this recording at least 3 or 4 times. Then you will understand the what is the file system hierarchy. If you know the purpose of each directory, it will be very easy, guys. Definitely, I make sure that. So if you know these Linux file system hierarchy, it will be very easy, guys. The Linux will be very easy. Okay, you guys can go through it, the Linux file system hierarchy. So right. LSCP is nothing but to show the CPU information. ARC is nothing but a architecture of the OS. MKDIR, yeah. So what are the commands we discussed, guys? So what are the commands we discussed? We discussed about, so we discussed the ls. What is nothing but a list of, it will display the ls is nothing but ls command. It will display the, it will display the a list of files and directories. It will display the list of files and directories, and LL. LL is nothing but a long list. It will display all. It will display all the info, all the info related to a file or directory. A file or directory. Guys, understood? So LL. So LS, if you have a options ls hyphen lrt, ls hyphen ll, so you can use it, guys. You can use it, right? So the next command is pwd. What is pwd is, guys? Present. working directory. So present working directory is nothing but a where you are. Guys, where you are. So PWD is nothing but a present working directory. For example, sorry guys, PWD, present working directory, where you are under the slash etc. It's right, I already told. Twilt represents the present working directory, where you are under the slash etc. So something like once you logged in, right? So once you logged in, it will display, the user prompt will display same. So this means you are in the root user, PWD. So you are under the slash root because of once you logged into the root user, right? The root user home directory is slash root. Where you are under the slash root directory. Slash root directory. So CD. What is CD, guys? Change directory. So change directory. If you want to go from one directory to another directory in the line X, so if you want to go from one directory to another directory, something like this is right. I go so it's a double click. If you double click, it will go to the from one directory to another directory. But in the Linux, everything through commands only, right? CD. CD is nothing but a change directory. It will change the directory from one directory to another directory. It will. One second, guys. DevOps, AWS Linux batch. Yes, guys. So LS is nothing but a list of all the files and directories in the present working directory. LS-R lists the files and subdirectories as well. LS-A shows the hidden files. LS-AL lists the files and directories which detailed information like permission, size, ownership also. So CD directory name, change the directory. CD, I will show you guys. You will not understand. I will tell you. Okay, CD is nothing but a change directory. It's a change directory. I want to change from one directory to other directory. First, you need to execute the command whenever you logged into, right? First, you need to execute the command as a PWD. Once PWD, you are on the you are under the slash root. You want to go to from slash root to slash var. So slash var directory. So how you can go? You can go by using the CD var. CD var, right? So I want to go to from CD var to log. So CD log, right? So I want to go to from CD log to. So you can check the PWD where you are. You are under the var log. Under the you are under the var directory. Under the var directory there is a log directory. So you want to go to from log directory to. So there is a cronny directory. What is that, guys? Cronny. So where you are? You are under the var log cronny. You are under the var log cronny. Guys, understood? Yeah, CD is nothing but a chain directory. I want to create a directory. So in Windows, how you can create the directory, guys? Just right click on new folder. It is showing something like new folder. It will create a folder, right? AWS, for example, AWS DevOps batch 50. So you directly create the folder. So because of it is a GUI. I want to delete this. So you can delete it, right? But I want to create a directory. I want to create a directory in the Linux machine. How you can create? You can use the mkdir. So mkdir is nothing but a make directory. So that is that, guys. Make directory. How you can make a directory? Something like I'm making a directory mkdir. Uh, so what is that? AWS or batch 50. So I created a directory called as a batch 50, right? I want to create a multiple directories at a time. So something like batch 50, I will create 30, batch 20, batch 30, batch 40. I'm creating a multiple directories so at a time. So I can create a only one directory at a time and I can create a multiple directories at a time. So mkdir batch 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. I'm creating a multiple directories at a time. Yeah, batch 10, 20, 30, 40 is created. So I want to create a multiple directories. I want to create a multiple directories mkdir. For example, I want to create a day 1 to 30. Day hyphen open braces 1 dot dot 30 close. Right. I want to create a directories from day 1 to day 30. Let's check it. So I want to create a multiple directories at a time in a single command. So you can use it. You can use it. So mkdir something like a week. How many weeks? Week or weeks 1 to so 52 weeks, right? Per year. You see, it will create a number of directories at a time. It will create a number of directories at a time. Okay. Yes. RM my fun RF. Guys, I will tell you later this one. No worries. Yeah. So nothing is there, right? I'm creating a directory mkdir batch 50. I created a directory called as mkdir batch 50. So ls, yeah, batch 50 is created. I want to create a directory within the directory. So mkdir, um, first I want to go to the directory batch 50. Then I want to create another directory within the 50 directory. Batch something like 51. So yeah, so batch 51 is created. I want to go to this batch. Yeah, where you are under the root. Under the root there is a batch 50. Under the batch 50 there is a batch 51. Batch 51 is there. So I want to create another directory in the batch 51. How you can create? Mkdir batch 52. Batch 52. So again I'm going to this directory again 52 where you are. So you are under the root. Under the root there is a batch directory. Under the batch directory there is a batch 50 directory. Under the batch 51 directory there is a batch 50 directory. So I'm creating another directory. So within this directory. So within this batch 53. Sorry guys, mkdir mkdir ls cd. So where you are? I am in the 52. I want to go to the batch 53. So where you are guys? You are under the root. Under the root there is a batch 50. Under the batch 50 there is a batch 51. Under the batch 51 there is a batch 52. Under the batch 52 there is a batch 53. I want to go one step back. I want to go one step back means one folder up. I want to go to 52 directory. So how you can go? You can use the cd dot dot. You can use cd dot dot. It will go back one step. Here you see you are in the 52 batch. So right. So again I'm going to that batch 53. I will show you something. Yeah, I want to go to two steps back. Cd slash slash dot. It will go to two steps back directly. See from batch 33 to from batch 33 to it will back to the batch 51 because of two directories. It's back to the two steps, right? Then again cd batch 52, again cd batch 53 ls. So right, where you are under the again batch 53. I want to go to three steps back. I want to go to three steps back. So from batch 52, batch 53, batch 51. So I'm directly going to batch 50. Let's see. You see where you are under the batch 50. So right, cd again I want to go batch batch 51, batch 52, batch 53. Okay. So where you are under the again batch 53. I want to go to four steps back. I want to go to 5 steps back, 6 steps back, 7 steps back, 8 steps back. You can use the dot 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 slash, right? So how many steps you want to back? You can use the cd slash cd dot slash cd dot slash. Okay. cd hyphen it will go the last executed command. It will go to the last executed command. Okay. So cd, so if you execute the only cd command, it will directly go to the So users prompt. It will directly go to the users prompt. Users prompt cd hyphen cd dot dot cd place cd place directory name, cd place directory name, right? mkdir. Now you understood the now you understood the commands, right? Now you understood about the pwd command, cd command, cd dot dot command, cd dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot cd dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot, right? Cd hyphen, it will go to the last executed command cd. So cd directory name, cd directory name. What is the syntax for this, guys? The syntax is cd directory name. Okay. So this is nothing but a cd mkdir. cmkdir. So we mkdir a directory name. So mkdir, you can create a multiple directories at a time. Mkdir dir name 1, dir name 2, dir name 3. For example, I want to create a multiple directories at a one command. So oh, day hyphen open braces 1 dot dot 30. So it will create the number of directories. It will create the number of directories. Guys, understood? So this is nothing but a mkdir and cd directory. Mkdir and cd directory. Yeah. So the creation of your folders and subfolders, you can use the mkdir hyphen p. Hyphen p is nothing but a parent directory. Hyphen p is nothing but a parent directory. If you want to create a directory within the directory. So without going to that directory, we can use mkdir something like a slash root batch 50, or I want to create a batch 51 in the 50. So directly you can use the mkdir hyphen p command. What is the command, guys? So sorry, ls. So batch 50. I want to create a directory in the batch 50 directory. So right now, how you can create mkdir slash root slash batch 50. I want to create it a AWS directory. So what is the command? Hyphen P. Hyphen P is nothing but a parent directory. So hyphen P is nothing but a parent directory. So you can use the parent directory and you can create a directory. A cd slash root batch 50. Let's see, AWS is created or not. Yeah, created. So without going to that directory, so we can create the directory wherever you are. Wherever you are. Here we want to show the two things, guys. Absolute path and relative path. Absolute path and relative path. So we can execute the commands in two ways. Two ways. Two ways. Guys, understood? So we can execute the commands, any command in the Linux OS. In the Linux, the Linux platform, any Linux platform, any any Linux, guys, any Linux platform, we can we can execute the commands in two ways. One is absolute path and relative path. What is that, guys? Absolute path and relative path. Absolute path and relative path. So what is absolute path and what is relative path, guys? Yeah. So absolute path. So what is absolute path? Sorry, guys. We can control jet. Okay. Nothing to worry about it. The format, font, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, So I want to change it to 16. Okay. Yeah. So what is that, guys? What is that? Absolute path. What is that command, guys? Absolute path. So what is absolute path? So something like what is the definition of a definition of the absolute path? The complete, the complete path from the complete path from the root directory. What is that, guys? Root directory. So root directory to the a file or directory. So file or directory. Something like so what are the characteristics? So always so what are the characteristics? Something like so what are the possibility ways? Always always starts with the slash. So something like a root directory. Always starts with the root directory. Always starts with the right directory. Independent, independent of the current working directory, and gives gives the full hierarchy, full hierarchy of the directories. Full hierarchy of the direct so directory. So we'll provide directories. Directories and so for example, so what is the example, guys? For example, i want to I want to see the a file name, call it as a right so if a file name is messages, what is that, guys? Messages is the file, and is in slash var log slash var logs. It's absolute path is, what is the absolute path, guys? Cat slash var log messages. So what is the absolute path, guys? So this is the absolute path. I will show you. CD. Yeah. So I want to cat the messages. Messages is nothing but a it writing the system information. System logs will be written under the messages. Cat slash it is cat slash var log messages. So you see, right? Yeah. So this is the file. So this file is in the which directory, guys? This file is in the var log messages. But but we are executing from the root. We are executing from the, so wherever you are, you can execute the command if you have the full path. If you know the full path, wherever you are, you can execute that command. So that is nothing but a absolute path. So, and the second one is the relative path. So what is relative path? The path of the file or directory related to the current working directory. Current working directory. For example, you need to go to the directory slash var log. So you need to go to or something like, yeah. So the file is in the which directory slash var and cd log, right? Where you are under the var log. What is the definition? The path of a file or directory relatives to the current working directory. Current working directory. So next, you can use the command something like a cat messages. Cat messages. This is nothing but a relative path. If you can go to the directory and open the file, or if you can go to the directory and go to the a file, right? Not only a file, so we can do any command. We can execute any command from anywhere. So we can, so if you want to execute the command either relative path, or if you want to execute the command either absolute path, you can run the command in two ways in the Linux OS, any Linux OS. So we can run the commands in two ways. One is absolute path, another one is the relative path. Another one is the relative path. Nice, understood, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. So, so this is nothing but a the path of the file or directory relate to the current working directory. So it does not starts with the slash, depends on the current working directory, can include current working directory, parent directory to the navigate. So something like cd var log. If you go to the current directory, then you can open the messages. You can see the messages, you can open the file, right? Now you understood the absolute path and relative path. So this is most important, guys. This is most important. So no one cannot discuss this in the classes, guys. So in the real time, so the people are executing the command in the absolute path. You don't know how they are executing this command, right? Now you understood, right? Wherever you are, you can execute the command anywhere with the help of a absolute path or a relative path. Guys, understood?
Yep. Mhm.
Yep, very good. Yeah, CD, mkdir, you can create number of files. So this is a parent directory. CD, you can go to that directory. CD, something like pwd to check where you are. CD dot dot to come one step back. CD dot dot slash slash to come two steps back. CD dot dot star dot slash to come three steps back. CD hyphen go to the last working directory. So last when you executed the command, right? It will go to the directory last working directory. CD is nothing but to go to the at user home directory. So PW is nothing but a present working directory. So these are all the few basic commands, guys. What these are? These all are the few basic commands. Mm, yeah. So tomorrow we'll discuss. These are
Yeah,
the
can I ask this?
yeah. Rajkumar, you can ask.
Yeah, can I? Yeah, right, right. This absolute path is there, huh? So with the root only we have to use the absolute path.
No, no, no,
Otherwise,
no, 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 no,
user
no.
also can use
Root. You are starting the command. If
only
you are
root.
a not only a root, so something like you are enter the slash opt
Mm.
directory. Okay. So you want to
Okay,
execute the
okay,
messages var log messages. You can execute anywhere. So that's the reason I'm telling. Absolute path means we can execute the
mhm,
any command from anywhere.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
So not only a
But
root
I mean,
user,
this is
not
the
only
actual root user.
root
Okay,
user.
okay, right, right. Got it, got it.
So where I am.
No, no. So it is irrespective of the root, irrespective of the root user or any other
Something
user.
like
So we can use
yeah.
this absolute path.
So something like any user. I'm telling you, right? So su hyphen Hari
Okay, okay.
actually. Okay. So I logged in as a Hari user.
Hmm.
Okay. Cat slash etc
Okay, okay.
or var log messages. So, but so
Uh-huh.
this message, right? Or something like we can create a file. Cat cd var log Hari dot txt. Sorry, I'm going to this va
Mhm.
Hari dot txt. Okay. Or we can use touch va
Okay.
Hari dot txt.
Touch. Right.
And we can create whatever it means.
Okay.
So cannot open a file or directory, press enter to command. So don't have a permission to that. I will tell you, for example, temp directory, right? cd temp, sorry, cd slash temp. Creating a directory called hari.txt, the temp directory. I created something. Yeah, cat slash temp hari.txt. Executed. With that with respect to of any user, if you are
Okay.
a normal user, if you are a root user, so if you have a permission to access that file or directory, you can execute the command either absolute way or the relative way. Understood?
Yes, yes. Got it. Got it.
Yeah. Any doubts, guys? Doubts. So,
Another one is
mm, mm.
so we have file and link file is there, na? So which you
Link
have
file.
explained previously,
Yes.
the
Sorry.
starting.
Yeah. For
So
example,
can you let
uh,
me know the difference?
I will tell you. Soft link and a hard link. You know the soft link and hard link, right? Something like a shortcut. For example, so what this is? This is a. So what this is? This is a shortcut file, right? This is a shortcut file. If you click this one, right, it will go to the exact path and it will open this one. Or else, so directly you can use Oracle VirtualBox. So if you click the Oracle VirtualBox, right, it will open it. But the Oracle VirtualBox is installed under where? So the Oracle VirtualBox is installed under program files. Not here. Here. Where is it? Mm, Microsoft Office, kubectl, Lens, Notepad, Oracle VirtualBox. There is a bin file. What is that file? This is the one now. Mm, Docs, drivers, platforms, SDKs, styles, SDK, not SDK. Thing sample.bn, headless, NHP, NAT, DS, SVC, VirtualBox VM. Yeah, you see, so it will open, right? What is the shortcut? So if you click here, right? If you click this, it will link to the which directory? It will link to the PC, this PC, local C and program files and Oracle link. Now you understood? So you created a shortcut file anywhere and it represents to the original file. It represents to the original file, the same like as a link file. I already told you in the link file, right? Exit. I'm exiting from the current user. CD/etc. Right, LL. So what is the link file? Here we created a system release, but it links to the CentOS release. You see OS release, but it linked to the USR lib OS release. The original file is located in the different way, but you link it to a file which is located on somewhere else. Rajkumar, now you understood?
Yes, yes. Yeah, got it now.
Got it, right? So it's like a Windows shortcut file. So this is the shortcut file. If you click right, it already links to this here. So that's the reason once you click right, it automatically go to that place and it will open the VirtualBox. Now you understood? In Windows, it starts a shortcut file, or in the Linux
Yes,
we call it
yes.
as a link file. Mm, yeah, guys. So tomorrow we'll discuss about so Monday we'll discuss about the text processing tools. What is that, guys? What is that? Guys, tell
Text
me.
processing tool.
Yeah, text
Okay.
processing tools. Right. So how you can create the file, how you can modify the file, how you can read the file. Okay. How we can create the file. So create, modify, or read the file. So we can. So there are three commands, guys. One is touch. So second one is cat. The third one is VI or VIM. So touch is nothing but a, so we can create the file without data. What is that? We can create the file without data. So without data, so cat is nothing but a, we can create the file, but guys, as of now, you guys remember cat is nothing but a to read the content of the file. So for reading purpose, so we can use the cat. So VIVIM for creating, modifying, creating, modifying, and creating, modifying, edit, right? Edit, modify, create. So read. Okay. So by using VI, so VI is nothing but a visual editor. So visual editor improver. So we can create the file, we can modify the file, and we can read the file by using this VI. But touch, so by using touch, we can create the file without data. Cat to read the content of the file. VI, VIM to create or modify or read the file, guys. These are the text processing tools, and we need to use some of the tools, something like a head, tail, less, more, less, more, tail, head, and grep. Right. So I want to grep the some keyword in the file. So what is the command we can use? Grep. More, less. So more and less are same, the same meaning. But so cat, right? So if you use the cat, something like a file contains a file contains or a document contains. A document contains something like 100 pages. 100 pages. If you use the cat cat messages, for example, this is the file. This file contains the 100 pages. If you cat it will automatically display 100 files. It will automatically display 100 files. Okay. Cat cat/etc, sorry, cat/var/log messages. You see, guys. So having number of pages, whatever the screen fit, right, that is nothing but a page. So we will not see the line by line, page by page, right? So I want to see the page, something like first 10 lines, last 10 lines, head, sorry, head, first 10 lines, tail, last 10 lines, and less. Yeah, you see, right? So I'm pressing the space button. It will open the page by page. If I press the enter, it will open the line by line. It will enter the line by line. If you want to exit, you can press the Q button. So more is nothing but a more also same /varlog messages. You see, guys, it will show the percentage of the percentage. How much percentage completed the file? So 20%, 30%. So space is nothing but a page by page. Enter is nothing but a, if you press the enter, enter is nothing but a line by line. Space is nothing but a page by page. Enter is nothing but a line by line. So if you want to exit from, you can just press the Q button. Press the Q button. So I want to search particular from the cat's var log messages file grep. Hyphen I is nothing but a case sensitive, guys. I will show you error. Yeah. So you see,
Okay.
guys, hyphen I uses, but you searched the capital E and small r, O, small o. But it displays the, so anyway, if it is a capital, if it is a small, or if it is a mixed capital and small, if you use the hyphen I is nothing but a case sensitive. If I remove the case sensitive, only it will search the capital E, R, small r, or O. You see any files? Nothing. If you use the hyphen I, it will display the combination of a small and capital and small and capital. Okay. So that is nothing but a case sensitive. Guys, understood? We'll discuss deeply. So the file modifications are very important. We have a three modes: command mode, insert mode, and execution mode. So we'll discuss on the Monday. Okay. So and so how? So and later we will discuss about the other commands. The other commands are some nothing but copy command, move command, and delete command. So we'll discuss on Monday, guys. Monday we'll discuss about all these things. Then we'll start the next. We'll start the user administration and the file permissions, disk partition, and package management, and Tomcat installation. Then we'll wind up the Linux, guys. We'll wind up the Linux. Guys, understood? It will be very easy, guys. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about it. Linux is very easy. You just learn something like a 50 commands. So practice, guys. If you are practicing thoroughly, if you are keep practicing, the commands will be very easy. The commands will be very easy for remembering. Okay, guys, we'll continue from Monday. So there is no class on Thursday, Friday. Sorry, Saturday and Sunday. If you guys having any doubts, please reach out to me. I will clarify it, guys. Okay, Hassan, Raj,
Sure.
Hassan.
Sure. You will have some 20 minutes after you will have 2 minutes after 20 minutes because I will have to go also in a meeting. But if I can give you a call,
Sure. You can
yeah,
call
yeah.
Hassan.
After
Yep.
after around 20 minutes, I will give you a
Yeah.
call.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye bye.